Hi, my name is Scott McCarty, and I am a product manager in the Red Hat Enterprise Linux business unit. I'm here today to talk to you about a really cool tool, some really cool capabilities within Red Hat Lightspeed. In particular, we have two things I'd like to talk about: lifecycle and roadmap. So today, if you want to understand the lifecycle of your Red Hat Enterprise Linux environment, you go to a web page. There's a bunch of information on each of the versions, and you can quickly look up the start date, when it was launched and when it's deprecated or when it moves to a different version of support. And that's doable. But if you have thousands and thousands of servers and they're all of different version numbers, it's kind of hard to see all that. You have to kind of build a spreadsheet, look at it, kind of analyze it all, and understand the dates yourself. What I want to show you is that we now have a really cool tool that just allows you to register your systems with Lightspeed, and then you can actually just see what's supported and what's not. So for example, I'll show you here, you could see all of the application streams in RHEL 10 here. Nginx, MariaDB, you can quickly see all of these things have a 10-year life cycle, and there's a bunch of green bars that kind of show you, oh, this is happy path. This is where everything works. But if you look, you can also see when new things are going to launch, like different versions of GCC here. And that's really cool because this was kind of hard to see. We had tables and information and things like that, but this actually tells you specifically what's supported in your specific environment based on what you have registered. The other thing I'd like to show you with the lifecycle page is actually you can just look up the version of every single major version of Red Hat Enterprise Linux. It goes all the way back to RHEL 7, and then it goes all the way, if you look at the bottom here, to RHEL 11. And so we already know when RHEL 11 is going to come out, and we can kind of show you how long each of these versions is supported, each dot release, each major release, etc. This is a really cool place to see it all, and to find all that information in one place, and it really helps you plan out your environment. The other thing I would like to talk about is the roadmap. So how do you get roadmap items for RHEL today? You have to call up your salesperson or call up a partner, and then they have to call somebody else who then calls somebody else, and eventually they get a hold of somebody like me. And then I come out and I talk to you, and that's very slow and it's painful for everyone. And sometimes we have to get on calls, and sometimes they have to come out and fly out and see you. Now, if RHEL 11, for example, in a perfect world, when we come out with RHEL 11, you won't need me. You will be able to log into this tool and just look at the roadmap items yourself. And in particular, we have an example of our first roadmap item for RHEL 11. So let me show you in this roadmap tool. You click on deprecations. You can see we already have removal of support for modularity. And you go, okay, well, I thought Red Hat was already kind of getting rid of modularity, or maybe it seems like it was deprecated already. We have not really announced this, but you can now see this is a clear indication from Red Hat to our customers and partners that this is going away. And what does this mean? This means that a lot of our engineering teams in Satellite and Cockpit and Anaconda and all these different subsystem teams within RHEL can now cease work on the roadmap. We're basically declaring this is going away, so we'll still support it as part of RHEL 8 and 9, but in future versions, RHEL 11, it's going away, basically. And so this was really hard information to get before we had a tool like this. But with the advent of Lightspeed and all of the capabilities built into it, you can now just self-service this, and you don't need a human being to come out and talk to you. So we think this is going to be super powerful. If this succeeds wildly, you won't even need me in RHEL 11. You will be able to check into this tool and look at all of the major things that are coming, all of the major deprecations, all of the changes, and all of the additions that are coming in RHEL 11. So you'll basically be able to self-service your own roadmap. These are a couple of things that we're really excited about in Red Hat Lightspeed, and we welcome you to come to console.redhat.com, check it out, and give us feedback.